Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Office Lovers along Akihito Hyoga's route. We are on his good ending, Bewitching Eyes. The last episode was his best ending, so if you want to see the best ending, go to that one. But will be nearly as good, but not quite. Should be, at least. Sometimes they're actually better. You can never really tell. Let's just dive right in. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. The phone sitting on my desk gave a shrill ring. Hello, marketing department. This is Dirili. How may I help you? Good afternoon. This is Matsue from Liliru Publishing House. Is Mr. Hyoga available for a... I'm sorry, but if this is pertaining to an interview, please contact our PR department. The woman on the other end thanked me and hung up. Again? Requests for interviews with the creative team behind the kit were coming every day. Calls from nightly news stations, financial TV shows, fashion magazines, everywhere. It made sense though. Mr. Hyoga really stood out, and it didn't hurt he was gorgeous too.
Is Dirili here?
Mr. Hyoga, what is it? Don't you have an interview?
I wanted to at least have a calm lunch. Have you eaten yet? Let's go get food.
Sure, I'll get ready. It was a little bit strange to be dating someone famous, even if it was only temporary fame. We decided to eat at a nearby Italian restaurant.
Someone called you again about an interview with me?
Yeah, I wonder why though. You think that they'd call PR first.
Maybe it's because they want to interview you too.
Me?
For whatever reason, my name is always popping up, but you're famous too, you know.
But I really don't want to stand out.
Well, whether you like it or not, you might have to come out of the shadows soon.
Hey, Mr. Hyoga, have you decided what to get yet? I'm thinking of seafood casserole.
Then I think I'll have the seasonal vegetable pasta with tomatoes.
He called the waiter over, and we ordered our food. Was Mr. Hyoga right? Was I really starting to get a name for myself? But all I really wanted to do was live simply and quietly. After Mr. Hyoga and I parted, I returned to my desk and found a familiar sight. Ken? Dirili, hello there. Ken was a contract employee, so as of last month he was no longer working here. I didn't expect to see you here. What's up? I was in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd drop by and say hi. I see. I'm glad to see you look well. Yeah, I'm doing good. With that project, Ken became nearly a household name in the world of cosmetics. I saw that interview in the fashion magazine, by the way. You did? Jeez, it's so embarrassing. In the magazine published last week, Ken's work was featured in a fashion spread. Really? I thought it was really amazing. But it's not really my style. I wanted to turn it down at first, but they were persistent. Well, you're a hot item right now. People are paying attention. That's good, isn't it? I'd rather focus on my makeup skills. His words were clear, and I couldn't help but think how cool that had sounded. Well, I thought the magazine shoot was really cool. Are you sure you can say something like that to me? Mr. Hyoga might get jealous. No danger of that. We haven't been seeing much of each other lately. Oh, yikes. But try not to be so negative. Negative thoughts only breed more negative thoughts. Wow, Ken, that's actually really nice of you. Don't be so shocked. I'm a nice guy deep down. As long as I can see your smiling face, then I don't need anything more. Ken. So, you're not seeing much of Hyoga lately? No dates? His mood suddenly switched. He had looked so dark a moment ago. No, not really. We really haven't been seeing much of each other. Are you okay with that? Mr. Hyoga's star is rising along with his popularity. It's true. Each time he appeared in the media, his fanbase only grew and grew. And according to a rumor, he was even receiving presents on a nearly daily basis. I heard he's getting fan mail too. Fan mail? Maybe even some love letters. Love letters? I didn't even want to think about it, but at the same time, wasn't all too surprised. Well, I suppose it's not totally out of the realm of possibilities. He's really hot. I hear that there's quite a bit of mail coming in. I think I'm more upset than I think I really am. It's kind of like a long-distance relationship at close range, huh? I guess you could say that. But it's time like these where you need to go and make a move already. Yes, make a move! Huh? I know you, and at times like these you'd be making a move before thinking. Ken! I just came to get some samples. I wanted to use your next product in a movie. See? Even I'm moving on. Yeah, you're working really hard. I hate to admit it, but that last project really helped me grow a lot as a person. I want something exciting and challenging like that again in my life. I know what you mean. Because of that project, I was able to really look at who I am. If you want, you can talk to me anytime. For you, I'd listen to anything. Thanks, Ken, but I'm fine. Yeah, you look like you already have someone you can talk to. Was I that obvious? But I still haven't given up. Oh. Huh? Nothing. Oh, I haven't seen him make that face either before, I don't think. Oh, what a cute face. By the way, I saw Mr. Hyoga at his desk. Pretty rare, huh? Huh? Really? Yep, I passed by his office over the way here. He might still be there. Hearing Ken's news, I felt my heart pound in my chest. So sorry, Ken, but I just remembered I have something to do. I get it. Let's go get food sometime, okay? Yeah, sure, thank you. Bye, Ken. In a bit of a hurry, I closed my computer, stood up, and rushed out of my department. A rare opportunity. I must ambush him. It had been so long since I had set foot in Mr. Hyoga's department. Recently, no matter the time of day I came by, his desk was always empty. I even had a hard time mailing him, afraid I would interrupt his work. Excuse me. The development department seemed to be in quite the frenzy today. Oh! In the middle of the large space, I saw a rather familiar-looking back. It had been so long I nearly felt like crying. Wow, that's not good. Wanting to cry just from staring at his back. Yikes. Mr. Hyoga? I knew I should have called out to him in a bigger voice, but I refrained. Despite my pathetic voice, he managed to notice me. He spun around.
Dirili? Long time no see, Dirili. How have you been?
Good. Yeah, it's been a while.
Pretty strange, huh? We work in the same place, and yet we haven't seen each other in ages.
It really has been ages, hasn't it?
Yeah. Sorry I've been so busy. I haven't even had time to call.
No, it's... Just then, I noticed a rather odd-looking pink item sitting on his desk. It was an incredibly powerful, un-Mr. Hyoga-like orange and pink envelope. Could that be...
Hate to do this, but I have a meeting starting in a bit.
Oh, okay then. Crap, poor timing on my part. That was funny, un-Mr. Hyoga-like. Are we going to be peeking at that while he goes to his meeting? Should I just be grateful that I even got to see him today?
Do you have plans this weekend?
The
job we're working on is over this week. We should go out, just the two of us.
Are you sure, though? You haven't had a proper weekend in a while.
And what better way to spend it than with you?
He had whispered those words, making sure everyone around us didn't hear. Mr. Hyoga.
We haven't been out in a while. Let's go get something to eat.
Sure. I was so happy to hear that. It had been so long since the two of us had gone out. Okay then, I'll leave you to your work.
Let's leave together. You're heading back to your department anyway, right?
He briskly walked out the door, and I followed behind desperately to keep his pace. But that colorful envelope was still bothering me. Could it really be what Ken was telling me about? Could it really be a love letter? I bet it is.
What are you doing? Let's go already.
That Saturday afternoon, I waited for him in front of the train station. I hope I look okay today. In the store window, I touched up my bangs and made sure my makeup was looking okay. I would have never cared about this stuff before. Seems kind of strange now, actually. I suppose it's because we're seeing each other today.
Because we're seeing each other.
There I go, talking to myself out loud again. Ah! A face appeared in the reflection, and I swung myself around.
Because we're seeing each other, what?
Mr. Hyoga.
Morning.
Good morning.
Well, considering the time, maybe hello would be more appropriate.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like I don't know what to say to him. I could feel my heart pounding. I was so nervous.
So, how about we get some lunch? Did you already eat?
Huh? Oh no, I haven't yet. Let's go get lunch.
It really has been a while, hasn't it?
Just by looking at that smile, you could tell he was having a good time.
I just realized how long it's been since we've had lunch together like this.
Did he just voice what I was thinking? I was just thinking the same thing. You just seem so busy lately.
Were you lonely?
What are you talking about?
I'm asking you, were you lonely without me?
No, not particularly. Don't lie. We should say, of course we were. We missed you so much.
I was lonely.
You were?
I missed you.
From across the table, Mr. Hyoga stared at me. I feel like I could fall straight into those eyes. I didn't know how to feel with him like this.
Next week, I should have a little more free time.
Really?
Yeah. Once this week is over, there'll be a bit of a break from work, I think. We should have some time to meet.
I'm happy to hear that.
Huh?
We haven't been able to talk properly at work lately. Not like before, anyway. I wish we could go back to that time.
Then you should switch departments. You don't want to?
Huh?
Change departments. I'm starting to think you don't want to change after all.
I am thinking about it.
What are you worried about?
I'm just worried I won't be able to do it.
Is that all?
What do you mean that's all? I'm still seriously thinking things over.
I trained you. Have faith in yourself.
Trained me? I wish you wouldn't say it like that.
What? Am I wrong?
It's just, when you say it like that...
You should just do what you want.
Huh?
You should always do what you want. You'd be able to put your talent to proper use that way. You should be in an apartment that has you squandering it.
Mr. Hyoga. His words were so straight, so honest. I knew that's how he really felt. Thank you. I'll seriously consider it.
I'm here anytime you want to talk.
That's not true. You're really busy now. Okay, thank you. He surprised me. I couldn't believe he had been thinking about this so much. He had been worrying about me, even though we hadn't seen each other for months. Months? My God! The thought of that made me blush. How did we resist Ken's advances so long? Oh my gosh, look at the time.
You got so caught up in shopping.
Sorry, there are just so many things that caught my eye. All these new products for spring.
Well, look at you. You're actually showing interest in these kind of things.
He looked strangely pleased. What are you talking about?
I just feel like I'm watching my child grow into a beautiful woman.
Don't make it awkward. I've been doing a lot of growing up while you haven't been around.
I suppose you're right.
Mr. Hyoga? I feel like this would be the time where he starts to talk back at me. What is this?
It's gotten a lot warmer recently.
Yeah, it's getting more towards spring.
It was winter back then.
Yeah.
You've gotten a lot better at putting on your makeup.
What makes you say that?
I noticed it ever since we met up today.
As he said that, he grabbed me in the middle of the crowd of people and kissed me. Mr. Hyoga, I don't think we should be doing that here.
You're just so cute. I couldn't resist.
Mr. Hyoga!
You've changed recently, haven't you? Your makeup. It seems different than it usually does.
Do you remember that time when you did my makeup for me?
When we were developing the Christmas kit?
Yeah, I thought that it was too garish just for work, so I tried to hide it. But Mr. Otori said it made me shine so wonderfully. I decided to practice it in secret.
You've been practicing ever since then?
Yeah, I wanted to be able to do that kind of makeup myself and show you. So, what do you think? Oh, he needs to be blushing a little bit more here. That's such a perfect blushing face, but he's not blushing enough. There's just a teensy tiny little pink on that one cheek.
It looks good.
He seems uncharacteristically flustered. I looked up at him. Mr. Hyoga? He averted his eyes and covered his mouth with his hands.
Don't say anything.
He's so cute that he covers his mouth with his hands when he gets embarrassed. Mr. Hyoga, are you embarrassed right now? Are you blushing?
I don't know.
He tried to dance around my answer, and I found myself smiling. It's really hard to tell what is going to embarrass you and what isn't.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You kissed me in the middle of that crowd and nothing, but you're getting shy about this?
Well, you surprised me. Of course I was moved.
Moved?
It's just that I'm happy. I'm happy you thought about me that way. Of course I'm blushing.
Mr. Hyoga, seeing his face like that makes all my worries and fears just fly away. I'm happy too. When I couldn't see you for those months, I was just so worried.
Dirili.
Ah! He wrapped his arms around me and pulled me into him. He kissed my cheek. Mr. Hyoga, we're in public.
I love those eyes of yours. Those eyes are the only things in this world that can make me so bold.
And maybe a little more discreet from time to time would be nice, but My words and protests were all immediately whisked away by his lips.
We have to control ourselves at work.
Of course we do. We could never do this in the office.
So right now, when it's just us, how about you just let me do whatever I want?
Will you cut it out? His voice was so confident, so self-assured, I couldn't say anything else. We began to stroll around town. The road walking home after a day with him was always hard to walk down. Our time together was always so fun, and parting with him always broke my heart.
Today was fun.
Yeah, I had a good time.
What do you want to do next time?
Next time.
Yeah, next. Next time. On our date.
Oh, yeah, I suppose there'll be a next time.
You okay?
Yeah, it's just that thinking about being with you just makes me happy.
Very forward of you.
I'm just taking a cue from you, Mr. Hyoga.
Well then, the student has become the master.
I learn from the best.
You're a regular wordsmith today, aren't you?
As he said that, he gave me a pat on the head. Why is it that just being next to him like this makes me so happy? I never knew that feeling so comfortable with someone like this could make me so happy. Walking around town like this, I want this time with him to last forever. Hey, do you have a minute? These are the papers you asked for. Huh? Oh, done already? There was no rush for these, you know. Wow, you've really been working hard recently. It's so cool. Thank you.
Hey, excuse me, is Dirili here?
Oh, Mr. Saijo, can I help you?
Do you have a second?
Sure. He called me into the hallway. What could this be about?
So, how have you been? You've been doing well?
Yeah, I have. Couldn't be better.
Good to hear. You don't have any plans on popping in on the planning team?
No, not really. I'm kind of busy with work in my department.
Oh, okay then. Well, actually I came to ask you a favor.
A favor?
Well, a new project has just come up for the new summer product. And there's been word from the higher-ups that they want you to join the team.
Me? Seriously?
You just did so well in the Christmas kit. And that bought you a lot of leverage, I think.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, how exciting.
So you'll take the offer?
Yes, please. Hearing my reply, he gave a relieved sigh.
Oh, thank God. I don't know what I was going to do if you said no. Thanks for taking the job. I'm so happy I get to work with you again.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'll email you the details later, but we're really thinking about the new color. I want you to get a little prepared before we get really started.
Okay, I'll get prepared and study up.
How about we go get a bite to eat before things officially get underway?
Oh, right.
Okay, see you later.
Leaving the same way he came in, Mr. Saijo exited the room with a big smile. Looks like I'll be seeing more late nights in my future. Alright, I can do this. I know I can. I began to walk in the opposite direction Mr. Saijo had come from. I thought about all the things I could do in order to get prepared for the project. During lunch, I reserved the conference room and began to study. Summer makeup is totally different than winter's. I have to be careful about their differences. We have to use materials that will hold up against sweat and water and still be colorful. Oh boy, this is going to be tough. An orange? Or maybe a yellow? Is blue a summer color?
Those colors are so everyday. You can think of something better.
Huh? Mr. Hyoga? I spun around and found Mr. Hyoga there. Mr. Hyoga, why are you here?
I went to check on you at your desk, but they told me you'd be in here.
Oh. He took my right hand in his, lifted it to his lips, and gave me a kiss. Ah!
What is this stuff? Samples?
Yeah, I heard a bit about the new color for the summer product.
Oh, yeah, that.
Do you know the project?
It's my project.
Ah! Yay! We get to work together again. Wait, it is?
Who invited you onto this project?
Mr. Saijo did.
So, he beat me to the punch.
Mr. Hyoga?
That sucks.
Oh, he looks mad. What sucks?
I had wanted to invite you on board first.
He tapped his fingers over the samples, looking awfully bored. I'm sorry, Mr. Hyoga.
No need for you to apologize. It's a top secret project. If only you could have been born a psychic and known I wanted to ask.
Sorry. No psychic here. So what, you wanted me to say no to Saijo so that you could come and ask and I could say yes? I don't have that kind of power.
I know, so that's why you don't need to apologize.
He took some of the makeup and dabbed it by my eyes and began to compare.
Yeah, this color is better for you.
Okay, Mr. Hyoga. You can't just base every product on me, you know.
It can't be helped. We need makeup based on those we love. That's how I do it.
Huh?
You're the one who taught me that. You taught me that method.
Mr. Hyoga.
I love these eyes.
Mr. Hyoga, please.
Here.
As he said that, he put something small on the table. This... I had seen it somewhere before. It was a pink envelope. Mr. Hyoga, this is one of your fan letters, isn't it?
What? Fan letter? What are you talking about?
Huh? But I heard that you've been getting a lot of fan mail and love letters recently. What's going on here? I feel like we're not connecting at all.
It's, for you.
Huh?
Well, I had meant to tell you earlier, but things got so busy and, I thought that I could just give it to you when we saw each other.
What exactly is this fancy envelope? What's in it? Open it?
I heard women like this kind of stuff.
So you went to all that trouble? So the letter on your desk was...
Did you see it? Look, that was just a, rough draft, that's all. Stop it, don't laugh.
Sorry, it's just... He smiled bashfully and slowly handed me the envelope. Thank you, Mr. Hyoga. I'm happy.
I can't believe I'd do something like this.
I can't either. It just, like she said before, it seems so un-Mr. Hyoga-like. That's exactly what it is, and it's so cute.
But to be honest, it's not the worst feeling.
Aww, I want to hear the... I want to hear the love letter. Oh well. Just the thought was cute enough. I can't believe Mr. Hyoga wrote a love letter. Aww. Alright, well it's 3 a.m., but I have got to read the sequel and date scenario before I go to bed. So, I will see you over there. I don't know if it'll be 1 or 2 videos, it depends on how long they are. Hope to see you there or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.